This is a 2026 Ford F-150 Platinum Satin Edition. And if you don't know, this is a new package for 2026. I borrowed this truck from Garff Ford here in West Valley, Utah. This truck is available for sale. Let's go ahead and check out the window sticker so you guys can see some of the options and features on this build. At the very top is the description with the colors. Here's a short listing of the standard features. Be sure to pause to see more. And the first thing you'll see is a 702A equipment group for $6,395. Also, the POWERBOOST is now $1,340. Max tow is $395. And Platinum Satin appearance package is $395. It does come with the 20-inch polished wheels, twin panel, and secure code is $455. Now, base price is $72,600. Destination is $25,995 for a total price of $85,670. And then here are the fuel economy off the side. Now this is like my second video I've done on Platinum. So the reason why I pulled this one is because of the satin package, which I'll show you here in a second. But also, I missed on Platinum that your massage seat function is now an option. So you have to go from the 700A to 701A to get the massage seats and a few other features like power deployable running boards. Then if you want the heads-up display and the premium sound, it jumps the price from the $1,300 to like what you just saw just now for that package. It's just, it's a lot of money, guys. Wow. But yeah, satin package is for those people who just are tired of blackout. So many people today are just going back to having a polished or chrome wheel. I personally like satin. I don't like bright chrome. So when you get the satin package, it does give you that grille you would see on the 703A equipment group. Haven't seen one of those trucks yet, but hopefully soon we'll do a video on it. But you get this premium front grille. It looks so nice. You have a little bit of chrome down here. This would otherwise be black. You still have painted front bumpers. You have the recovery hooks, parking sensors, active grille shutters. You also have the upgraded lights, so these will bend, as they call it. And you get the satin treatment here. So you get these nice vents. These would be blacked out basically. Also, on the side here, you get that upgrade for the badging too in that satin. And they do also give you the satin treatment here on the door handle. So for $395, if you're just tired of blackout, Ford gave you this package. That way you didn't have to jump all the way to the 703A equipment group, because that adds like almost 15 grand to the price. And it's a huge jump for some people. But yeah, you guys know this truck has the independent front suspension, right? Double wishbone. They also provide a fabric material for the liner. And then here are the tires. These are the Goodyear Wrangler Territory HTs. So this is definitely a truck you're gonna go cruising with. 275, 60, 20, and that's a 33-inch tall tire, 10.8 inches in width. You guys can see right here is your capacity for the tire, 2,679 pounds at 51 PSI code. You see these polished wheels, 6 lug, and they look pretty good, I would say. Again, if you're not after the blackout, this is a truck you're gonna buy. And remember, blackout is significantly more expensive, so only adding $395 to the price ain't bad. Although I will say blackout is kind of a ripoff. Blackout should be like free, right? In some cases. Painted mirror caps. You guys see you have these lights here, and then your turn signals built in, cameras, puddle lights, blind spot alert, and of course, smart key system. This is definitely a big deal for some people. I've noticed in the comment section, some people are still complaining about them bringing that back and now charging for it. This truck does still have the power deployable running boards too. No chrome on that, which I like. They have a nice look to them. They did upgrade the badging here for the POWERBOOST. Okay. This truck also has a smaller fuel tank because of the POWERBOOST. No liner. That's something else I've noticed too. Ford trucks are getting delivered without the rear liners now. 3 leaves in that main pack. No FX4, but that is available for like 1,300 bucks. Full LED taillights, parking sensors, and this one did have the upgraded tailgate. Now, if you did not get this tailgate, you would get the applique on the back with that satin finish. But this is the main reason why you get this tailgate. So you can open like this, which is nice because you don't have to lean over the tailgate when it's down. You can just come in, pull things out. You have a little bit of storage on the side here, bed lights. Now this truck does have the 7.2 kilowatts of power. Be sure to check out my promo code for the Juggernaut for these tie downs. There is a bed view camera above. Now here, you have a 7 and 4 pin. You can get a lock here from the factory. It used to be standard. And then here's your class 4 hitch, 373 with a locker. There's your spare tire. And they do spell out the platinum, which I like too, because the applique, it kind of hurts because you want the applique if you like that styling, but then if you get this tailgate, you lose it, but they still give you something to make it look like you spent the extra cash, right? It says platinum on the back still. And here's a nice side view of the truck. One last thing to mention too, you get rid of the black exhaust tip for a polished one. Now, PowerBoost means electric assistance with this internal combustion engine. This horsepower did go down from 2025, so now it's 430 horsepower, but the torque did go up to 578 pound-feet of torque. Now, here's what I'll tell you. Emissions is still tightening, right? And that's the main reason why we saw a horsepower loss with this truck. But nevertheless, this truck does have a lot of power. We will drive it today, and stay tuned. I am planning on doing a comparison with this PowerBoost against Ram's high output Hurricane. Let's go and check out the interior. Now, something worth mentioning is Ford's chime only does it 3 times when you turn off the truck. I don't know if you guys have noticed that for 2026. In the past, I want to say it was like either 5 or 6, maybe 7 or 8, just continuous chimes, and I used to hate that sound. I'm shocked they still have that same sound because a lot of people complain about it. But if you're someone thinking, I don't want to spend the money for the 702A equipment group, right? Because the 701A gives you just about everything you would ever want. The dash design is slightly different, so before you order a truck, if you're planning on doing so, be sure to check out the dash design with heads-up display and then without it, because that could make or break the deal. But I will say, going from like the $1,300 or so for that 701 to $6,300 for the 702, it's like highway robbery, because all you're adding is just the B&O sound system and heads-up display. And there could be some other things that they put in there, but 701A gives you the massage seat function, so you get a lot of nice features part of that equipment group, basically. Now, here's the back. You guys do know that they did go away from the blue accent for the stitching and piping on the interior. 60/40 bench, collapsible storage, outboard heated seats, and then this truck did have the twin panel roof. I always forget to show this, but you guys do know your jack and tools are behind the seat on the passenger side. Oop. Make sure it's nice and secure. Then here's that passenger side. You get the massage seat function on both sides too, by the way. All right, let's go ahead and take this truck for a quick drive, because as I said, I want to go over a few reasons why I like this PowerBoost option. Most people looking to buy this truck are probably not looking to do a lot of towing, right? You're probably buying this truck simply because you like the idea of the hybrid assistance. You do a lot of city driving, and that's where this truck shines, right? You saw it on the window sticker. City almost matches highway with this truck. And one of my favorite things about having electric assistance is the fact that when you take your foot off of the gas, unless it needs to heat up the cabin or charge the battery pack, you don't have any engine, you're not using any fuel, right? And that's the nice thing about having this. Now, if you do plan on towing, I would just go ahead and make this recommendation. This is definitely the truck that I would buy because it is a little bit heavier because of the hybrid setup, and adding the longer bed with a more aggressive tire, something probably a little bit more stiffer sidewall, will definitely make this truck feel like a heavy half ton, right? I mean, I would say if you don't want a 3/4 ton because you like the way this truck rides, you want it to be able to fit in the garage, it checks a lot of those boxes, that's why you would get this truck. Now, if I want to turn on my massage seat function, you can do it from the seat, and I like that. And you can do top and bottom. They probably have some of the better seats, I would say, for the massage function because they do top and bottom. 3 levels of intensity. Now the truck is pretty much warmed up. And man, I got to merge here, so let me get around some of these curves. If you need to give it the juice, this truck has a ton of power. That was about maybe 50%, maybe 60% throttle. But because it is turbocharged, because you have the electric assistance, where it really shines at is probably, you know, from a dig, because you can really feel that assistance. And it does have 4-wheel drive auto too. You guys see the center console. Love the design that they give you on this truck, a little bit of satin. You also have the mobile office, so you can flip over your center console. Home link is up here. And I would say great visibility pretty much all the way throughout. And this truck is obviously very comfortable. If you want it to be a little bit more comfortable, just add that longer bed, which gives you a little bit longer wheelbase, which will help the truck tow better too. So yeah, this is all in all a really good truck. I think that Ford and Toyota are the only ones that have a hybrid system on their trucks, right? And these systems work pretty darn good. And I would say it's almost like playing a video game because you can actually be just on electric assistance. And you'll see that here. Let me just go down to this trip. So it shows you how many miles we've driven total, and then how many miles we've driven just on electric. So when we get on this side road here, I'll show you guys what it looks like when we get back to the dealership. So you guys see right down there, hopefully, it says charge. So you have that regenerative braking. So we got an 80% energy return from that braking just now. It shows you when you're in electric mode. It shows you when you're in hybrid mode. So that way you can kind of get an idea of how to really get the most out of this powertrain. But yeah, if you're trying to get the best fuel economy out of any half-ton truck, this is how you do it. So let's go up again. I want to show you guys this trip. So they're showing 14.9. We did 0.9 miles just on electric. So that's really nice that they keep track of that for you. You know, obviously less engine wear, but you have to be careful with the temperature of the engine too, because that turbocharger, hopefully the truck knows to keep oil running through that turbocharger when the engine turns off. That way you don't cause, you know, a lot of stress on those components. Let's go and check out the numbers on the door. So you guys see the gross axle weight rating out front is gonna be 3,900 pounds. The rear is 4,150, and then gross vehicle weight rating is 7,400 pounds. 20 by 8.5 wide wheels, and then all in payload capacity is 1,320 pounds, 35 psi all the way around. And you guys see the axles are higher for the rating. The gross vehicle weight rating is higher because the truck is heavier. So that's the main reason why you would buy this truck, because you do have a little bit more capacity because of the extra components, but it should help also with towing. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, make sure your notifications are on. I'll see you guys in the next one.